I am literally driving between clients on my
Oh,
non-connect work day,
okay.
so no video.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, no problem. Hey, there's Connect Partners Boardroom, I think. Is that right? Is that what I'm seeing there? Yeah, okay, awesome. Yay, Ricky. Okay,
All right.
the most nervous I've ever been.
You have viewing parties going on all over the
Right.
country, Patty.
Right now. What the heck? So for those that just sort of logged in, there's some questions posted in the chat by Alyssa that you're welcome to respond to. And I'm wondering, for those of you that are gathering in a team or a group of people, we'd kind of like to know how many people actually gather today. Would you mind just sending a quick note in the chat with how many people you're with, so that we can do a bit of a head count, if you will? That'd be great. And the rule is that no one can be on video unless you're driving. Nancy. She's not. Oh, there she is. Okay.
Done. I'm just trying to rush around and get some things done.
Yeah, I'm kind of kidding you. It's okay, Nancy.
Okay, I'll literally be 2 seconds and I'll come back on video.
You sure? Yeah, no worries. I'm kind of kidding, but I'm not kidding, because if I have to look at my face, I'd much prefer looking at your faces. So far we have 29, is that right? 29. I can't see everyone, but I think there's 29. Cool, super cool. I was talking to, this is for you, Maxine. I was talking to Jamie today about a ticket I need to put in. And he said, well, when you do that, make sure you put in a ticket that you want 2 screens on your desk so that you can actually look at notes and look at Teams. So that's coming your way, Maxine.
Thank you so much.
I just have to remember how to put a ticket in, though. So that's my challenge.
It doesn't matter. Hugo or Bruce can guide you. Yeah, if
I
you need.
know.
Yeah.
You know, you think I could, right? I think I can follow instructions. I just have to not be lazy about it. Yeah.
Yeah, they will contact you. I believe that right now they are just focused on Lake Country mini computer issue. Yeah.
No worries. I'm in the middle of doing something, so it's totally fine. Yeah. Okay, so here we are. And it is 1:30, so maybe we'll kind of get going. Happy New Year to everyone who I haven't talked to. It is already February 4th, if you can imagine. And this is the very first time we've all gathered as a collective, if you will. So from all locations. And this will be one of many that we do throughout the year. And I happen to get the privilege, I guess, of being the first to have a little yak with you about what our vision is what our collective vision is, and hoping you buy into this for the next year. So our friend Lissa is someone who will help us to do some of the sort of technical side in the back, to sort of show you a few little tools that we'll talk about. Also, for those that just joined, there is in the chat a question of reflection that you're very welcome to respond to as we go. This is sort of like, I'd love it to be interactive. We have a short time together. We have like 100 people so far gathering, so there's not going to be a lot of back and forth dialogue. But we can use the chat as a time to put some things in, and if we don't address them, during this time, we will definitely follow up with responses to those. This is a bit of a kickoff. And Lissa, I am struggling because now that so many people are here, I actually can't see my notes, and I didn't put my ticket in properly first so that I had 2 screens. So bear with me for 2 minutes, everyone. This is exactly what I didn't want to have happen.
You might be able to minimize your screen a little bit, Patty, and then have 2 things on your screen.
I know, it's not letting me. So for some reason, that's at least one of the things I could have done. Anyway, what we're calling this is the first ever Learning Together gathering. And so some of the central resource folks like Lissa and Tanis and Jamie and Karen and me and John and that generally the crew that's kind of got things together to come to you with what our vision is. And the Learning Together gatherings are something that we're going to do at least 11 more times this year. So we're going to start to use Teams in a different way to gather as a collective. We have every location represented right now, and we have brought together all Connect communities and Connect partners in this conversation. So that is a first. Karen sent me a text this morning wishing me good luck, which totally scares me because, you know, that means I'm supposed to do something really special. And and what she said was this was a first for Connect that we're doing this. Lissa also has set me up for failure because she said, think of it as a TED Talk. Think of it as inspirational. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, I have to come to the table and inspire all these people? Oh, man, totally stressful. Anyway, here we are. I want you to kind of, if you've ever done a vision board, or if you've ever participated in kind of thinking about what you want your life to look like, what I'd like you to do is just take a minute and reflect as I'm gabbing away on what Connect could look like at the end of this year. Put a little vision together in your mind about what we would like to do. What would we like to do together to get to? So a bit of a goal setting approach, if you will. So Lissa, can you put up the Life Redesign sort of template? Some of you may have seen this and some of you may not, but you will see it over the year to come. So this is a bit of a picture of what all of our Life Redesign plans will look like for the people that we support. So during this sort of exercise of putting our own vision together, someone brilliantly thought that maybe we should do a Connect Life Redesign plan. So the next screen is Connects, and it's super boring looking. And I did say to Lissa, it's so boring looking, but I guess it's just what it is. So our sort of main overarching goal is to make lives better, as everybody knows. And our focus is working together to make things better. So to, you know, really push forward on succeeding in some of the things that we have that will make us better at helping the people that we support, and doing that in a way with a really strong impact. So the 4 goals that are underneath that are these. So being a coach, learning a little bit about how to be a better coach, not just doing coaching, but being a coach, interacting in ways where you have curious questions. Perhaps we're going to have less struggle with each other if we lean into this idea of being a better coach. Also, the next is preparing for the unexpected. So in this sort of bucket, it looks like the trauma-informed practice that we're leaning into it looks like the harm reduction approach of helping to support people to live their lives the best they can. And to make sure that you as life redesign coaches and you as resource coaches have the tools that you need to dance in the moment and to be in those unexpected places that are sometimes amazing and sometimes really challenging. The third is making our houses homes. So making sure that we have clean, organized homes, that they feel like a home and not an institution, that we make decisions that really sort of bang that idea of being at home. I'm in my home right now. This is my office. And it doesn't feel like being in a hospital room. And for the most part, we're doing a great job. And there's areas within the organization that can be doing a better job at that. So that's a real focus there. Also, the idea of having good, nutritious, tasty meals. The houses look clean, organized, smell of good food, and are very welcoming. And then the fourth one is leveling up. And many of you have heard this term before. We've actually been working on this for a couple years now, and it's really sort of taken legs. It's probably one of the 4 areas that have been fleshed out a little more than the others. So our Karen is the one that sort of is the sort of lead for this, and there's many people working towards, having documentation that's consistent across all locations, having processes that that meet a standard and are in all of our locations. So as you can imagine, each one of these, every location, every individual around this table are in different places, within each of these. So each location perhaps has different focuses for all 4 of those buckets. So our leaders at each location will be helping to flesh out the work that needs to be done here. And these sort of lower boxes that don't have words in them will become more populated over time, and we'll make sure you're kept in the loop of those for sure. So Lisa, can you put up the vision board that has been creatively made for Connect? So if you go back to kind of one of the first things that I had said was imagine what we might be, 11 or 12 months from now. This collective vision are things we can do together to be better. I have to say that I am absolutely so privileged to be working in this environment and with each of you. And Kate has her hand up. So I'm wondering what's going on with Kate.
That was an accident. Sorry.
Oh, hi, Kate. No problem. So can we have that vision board back, Lisa? Sort of. It'll come. So the idea is that although every location, every person has their own goals for throughout the year to help support Connect to be the best it can be, this is a collective approach. So every single one of you can impact each of these. Every one of you can help to move the needle on these. And if we do it together, we'll move the needle even more. And, although Lisa told me this should be a TED Talk, I know it's not, but what I do know is that I do my best to push expectations so that we can exceed them. but I also need to manage my expectations. So I think that over time, if we all wrap our arms around this, we're going to move the needle even more. We make lives better on so many levels, and we have evidence that supports that. We know that we make a difference in people's lives on such a human level by every day being with them and seeing what they're doing to in a time that is absolutely the worst time of their life, to make their lives better. And we're helping to walk with them to do that. We know that we make an impact on the system by helping to reduce the number of people that need a long-term care bed and to reduce the number of people that need to be in institution. That is humongous. And then there's the other part that we impact, and that's the sort of financial end of our impact on the system. By helping people to go home and to live life the way they want to live life, really reduces the burden on our healthcare system. So I feel very proud to be doing the work that I get to do with each and every one of you. I hope you feel that as well. And I hope that you can embrace this idea and really dig in and move the needle together. It's kind of that's kind of what I'm going to say to you. The other is that we also have a sort of a broader to-do list and strategic vision and plan for Connect that we're working on. As you know, we're going to get another location up and running in the fall. So Parksville's coming up. If we're focused on doing all of those things on the vision board to move it forward, then our location in Parksville will hum. We know that we've welcomed Saanich Peninsula to our table this past year, and that opening was one of the best openings we've been able to do, even though we did it great in Lake Country, we did it great in Hamilton, and we did it pretty well in Connect Partners with a lot of struggle there. And we're all in it together to make it better for everyone that works here and everyone that lives with us. So we have a broader strategic plan that I talked to Lisa earlier today. As soon as that sort of comes to a bit of a document that's easy to read and easy to share, we'll make sure we share that with you. And then the last thing I'll say is that we really want to engage more, and we're going to use Teams to do that. We're also going to use multiple ways to communicate. And I have to tell you, super challenging. Like, if I even knew how to use TikTok and I was confident with it, I would make one and send it out for those people that's all they really like gather information on, just so we could get messages out. But I'm not going to do that because I'm not that person. But we're going to use multiple ways to communicate with you. I also want you to know that it's a 2, 3, 4-way street. My door is always open. Like, I'm not there all the time. I don't see you in person. It breaks my heart. I love to be in all of our locations. But I am available. I have a cell number. I have an email address. I'm on Teams. And if you ever feel like you just want to have a conversation with me, I'd be very happy to have that with you. I think one of the things on our strategic plan is to actually have some gatherings, really casual, bring a cup of tea, and have some time with some of your leadership, me included. So we're committed to doing that. How do you engage 5 locations, almost 500 people? It's a much bigger organization than when I joined Mike Gehring and the crew in Langley a long, long time ago. It's been a privilege and a pleasure to help guide that growth. And I know that every time we grow, it makes us need to stretch, and sometimes it feels yucky. But hang in there, and let's just do everything we can for the people that we support in a way that is mind-blowingly different than probably anywhere else you've worked before. And that's it. I'm going to drop the mic, walk off the TED Talk stage, and open it up for anyone that wants to reflect. And if I did not say something I was supposed to say, I'm looking at Lissa and Tanis and Karen and Jamie. Please pipe in. That silence is golden. Anybody want to say anything? Any Bueller? I'm dating myself. Anybody out there? John! Yay, Bueller!
I always have to say something. So true. The Connect has changed. For those who haven't met me, I started Connect in '93, so I've been around a long time. It is incredible that we have so many people to try and get together, and we've grown this way, and every location is unique and has so much to be proud of. I just look forward to a new format where we can get together like the old days when it was so simple. Technology enables that, and I salute Patty and Lissa and the others for kind of initiating this to get us kind of on the same page. So look forward to this process in the year to come, and a little bit more discourse so we can see the different locations kind of contribute. But it's just a pleasure to be here, and so proud of all the work you guys are doing.
Thanks, John. What about all those leaders out there? Like, you gotta speak. You gotta talk. You gotta say something. Hello.
I can talk. I talk a lot.
Okay.
Juliet
Awesome,
here.
Juliet.
For those who don't know me, I'm Juliet. I'm site leader for Langley, and that includes Langley and Richmond Homes. And been doing that for 12 years, coming up in April. And I think, like, I hear murmuring sometimes, especially from folks who've been around a long time, like, we don't see Patty, we don't see John, we don't see Jamie or whoever, Karen. This is the time. Like, this is such a wonderful opportunity. And even though you're not in the flesh to bring us like those donuts from JJ Bean or whatever it's called, I don't know, like JJ Baked, I don't know. But just having your attention, and we do need to grow. Like, it's really easy to stagnate. It's really easy to get tired and feel overwhelmed. And to me, it's just so wonderful to have this opportunity where I'm just looking at Eileen right now, you know, if you've got some burning thing, you can say it, you know, or some, like, and it's okay to say, I'm so frustrated with Connect about this, because God knows they've heard me say it too. So, yeah, as we're talking about coaching, or as we're talking about running homes, and talking about like the things that we're focused on for this year, don't feel scared to speak. That I would just say that, like, don't feel scared to speak, and even if you feel like you'll be awkward or even interrupting, if you feel like you can't say it just naturally like this, put that little hand raise up there, and because we want to know you, and even if it's to talk a little bit about who you are, that helps us, and what you bring to Connect, like what your life experiences have been, and how that affects your work. So we would love to hear it.
Amazing, Juliet. And then there's Owen and Amanda, and all of you are, oh, Ricky, I see Ricky. So your hand is up, and I'm just like, I can't see everyone because you're so small. Like, you're so small in that big room. So I want to hear from you.
Thank you, Patty. Yes, this is Ricky on behalf of the team here at Connect Partners. Thank you for setting this up, and this is a very first opportunity for us as a team to hear from you some of the initiative. And lately, we know that we are focusing on kind of looking into putting some more focus on the life design journey of the individual we are supporting. We also hear about leveling up. This is a new term coming to the team. Can you speak a little bit about the leveling up initiative?
Well, sure. I'm probably not the person to do that. So I ask that anyone like Lissa, Tanis, Karen, essentially what that is making sure that we are, sort of collectively bringing ourselves up to where everyone else in the organization might be, and that everyone might be in different places for different things. So this same sort of format of life redesign plans, to improve on our documentation and some consistency around where we put things and how we engage. And I'm going to ask, those little words were so small for me, Lissa, I couldn't read them. So could Tanis or Karen speak to that in a more eloquent way?
I will. Pardon me. I will. It's Karen here, everyone. Hi. I can't see everyone either, and I'm not sure if you can see me, but leveling up is really about how we organize ourselves around the people we support, all for the purpose of helping them redesign their lives. So yeah, as Patty said, it is about consistency. It is about having a consistent connect approach to how we support the process of life redesigning, whether that's how we come together, how we think about life redesigning, how we document, and how we use the tools that are available to us. So yeah, it's a massive project. And as Patty said, it has been underway, and we have participants from all locations actually a part of it, including Connect Partners. So yeah.
Thanks, Karen. And then Jamie, I think you had your hand up.
Yeah, just to piggyback a little bit on Karen. Yeah, the leveling up, I think, was when we launched it a couple of years ago, is just really about finding the best of Connect from across all of our locations, because we all did something a little differently, and trying to come to some common understanding of how we want to move forward to get the best out of everything that we're doing. And to speak back to talking about our learning together for this year and the 4 areas that we're really focusing on, we're also doing this on our monthly leader meetup. So as a group of leaders from across all our locations, we do meet once a month, and this has become a focus of what we talk about in that meeting as well. So it's just another way to filter that information down and connect with people that are doing the important work every day. So there'll be multiple different ways for you to reach out and share your ideas. If maybe speaking in front of 100 people isn't for you, I understand that, no problem. But there'll be lots of ways to contribute and to share your thoughts, whether it's with your coworkers, with your leader at your locations. And one of the things that we want to do next year is that we do travel a lot. You'll see us around. We also want to make the best of our time there and find times to connect, to talk about these things throughout the year in person with you, because we know so much happens in person. That energy you get when you talk to somebody in person is really valuable. So we'll be out and about and focusing on this as well throughout the next year.
Nice, Jamie. Thanks. Well, I think we're good then. Is there anybody else that'd like to say something? Tanis.
Yes. Just a little plug for the upcoming Learning Together gatherings. I think, we have so many leaders with an incredible amount of wisdom and experience across the organization. And we're so excited for everyone from every site to have an opportunity to spend some time with each of them and to hear their advice and hear their stories and hear their guidance. So that's another part of this being a first, right? So Langley's going to get to hear from Prem, and Lake Country's going to get to hear from Langley, and so on. So super excited to have those leaders leading some of those conversations coming up. So we've got like the 4 goals, and then the Learning Together gatherings will be kind of organized around those 4 goals. So there, 11 of them. So like 3, 3, 3, and 2.
Cool. Yeah. And the next one, Tanis, is Jamie and Karen, and their focus will be on being a coach.
Yeah.
And that'll happen sometime this month, the end of this month. So stay tuned for that. And the Langley group that's there has their hand up.
Juliet again, sorry. I just wanted to put out there before we come near the end that if you think of any of those topics, I know we put out a poster at some of the sites where we kind of mentioned them, like being a coach, taking care of the homes, dealing with the unexpected and leveling up. If you have any thoughts like during the month about any of those things, or frustrations or comments or questions or your own wisdom, because we're not the only people with wisdom. Like there's people who've been working here for like 25 years who teach you so much. And so please just, if you have I don't know if it's worthwhile writing it in the chat, the meeting chat, because we'll be meeting regularly. If you think of something, don't even worry about how you word it, because it kind of helps inform what we might say as well, or what we might address.
Amazing. Thanks, Juliet. And Miss Primrose.
So my team kind of like put me on the spot by posting in the chat that they want to hear from me. So this is me saying, team, you hear me? Can you hear me now? I'm here.
They're all clapping. Yeah.
Where are you from, Prim?
But, you know, seriously, I am actually happy that we are going to be doing this learning together, you know, gatherings, because I think sometimes, you know, we think we are on an island by ourselves when something is happening at our own location that we don't know is also happening in another location. So when you hear, you know, like things that are happening, or, you know, whatever topics we are going to hear during this, during our time together, you know, I think we'll all find ourselves in those conversations, and we can take some learning that we can apply to whatever situation we are going through as a team, or to inform, you know, like something that is maybe coming up at our location as well. So looking forward to meeting all of you, you know, via Teams, and, you know, for those that I've met in person, you know, meeting you virtually this time. So that's all. Happy now, Hamilton.
Yeah, and so for those of you that don't know Prim is the leader of Culture, Service, and People in Hamilton. And for those of you on the West Coast in the balmy weather, it is so freaking cold here in Ontario. Like I look a good 10 years older in Ontario compared to when I'm in BC. Like it's just dry and cracky and cold.
I drove my son to school this morning. It was minus 18.
Yeah, really cold.
Oh, good.
Okay, well, I think that's a wrap. Thank you so much for gathering, everyone. It was lovely to see as many people as I could see, and I look forward to the next one. Yay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.